It was shoulder to shoulder stuff, and couches. You couldn't see the floor. You could not see the walls. You didn't know where one room started, one room ended. It was just stuff, 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 stuff.
All right, today is February 20th, day one of actual construction. We've been doing pre-demo work, if you will, ahead of time to understand what some of the problems are with the house and some of the unknowns. We've found, I think, most of them. So with that, the guys are here to start working. The roof's gonna come off, all new siding, all new windows, new garage doors. We're gonna change the new front porch. Come up with a new design for that. We haven't figured that one out yet. This side of the house is not very exciting, so we're still trying to come up with a really great way to look at this. Down in the future for the garage here is to put a door up on the side of the garage, and we're gonna have a landing and a stairway out here so that the garage upper space can end up being a studio apartment. The basketball hoop on the front of the garage will go, because if you do a lay-in, you don't have much run-out room underneath, right? You hit the wall. Okay, on this side of the house, as in all the sides, all the siding is going to come off. Nicholas is taking that off today. We're all new siding on this side. That window is going to be removed because that's now a bathroom. New gutters as well, all new roof. If you look up on the roof in the corner, there's a black tarp up there. There used to be a chimney up there about 12 feet tall. We just tore that down, and the chimney went all the way down through the house, and we'll see that when we go inside. That's gone. We're going to abandon the old wood-burning fireplace.
So what you're looking at is the home of, the former home of Erica and Jack Godsey. They purchased the home 40 years ago, I believe. They raised 4 kids in this home, the youngest being a daughter, Jennifer, which is now my girlfriend of five and a half years. We came up here after we found out that her mom was in a car accident, and that she would not be able to return to this house because of the condition the house was in. Apparently she had been hoarding severely in the last 8 years after her husband passed. She couldn't stay here. Plumbing was, the tubs weren't working. She was in ill health. She had dropped probably 20 pounds. She wasn't eating, and the place was just packed to the gills. This is where we lived for 6 months in this trailer, right? We spent the next month unloading this house. And when I say unloading, I mean truly unpacking this place with 4 20-foot dumpsters and then a 16-foot storage container. The plan was to bring her back once we were done, have her move in upstairs to live the rest of her life here. We're playing it by ear at this point. All we know is we want to fix her property up so she can get back in, make this house something that she can spend out the rest of her life in.
Things are starting to come out of the house today. Hot water heater, all the plumbing pipes are out, toilets out. When we first came to the job a few weeks ago to meet Corby, none of this had happened yet. They'd done some initial kind of removed possessions, and we started walking through the house trying to understand how the house was constructed and then trying to find a vision to do the interior of the house, because it's going to be a total retro on the floor plan, but we had to understand how they wanted to live, the rooms they needed, their lifestyle, and then come up with a new design that would fit what they would like to do. So with that, we're taking everything apart inside, and come on in, I'll show you what we're doing. Okay, now we're in the living room. Just a couple days ago, there was a masonry fireplace right over here. It went all the way up through the roof, through the chimney. We went to the top, took off all the bricks, took all the CMU blocks out, all of the stone veneer on that. We're going to it's gone, we're not going to replace it. This gives me a huge open floor plan from space from this wall all the way through that I can work with in a new design. New sliding glass doors, we like those because they give us a lot better space for the room. We don't have to adjust for the 3-foot swing to the size of the table. The patio outside was the old covered roof. This is all going to be taken out, and we'll come up with a new design for this. It's just a nice rear covered area, not this kind of old monstrosity. The kitchen was here. We're going to redesign this. In fact, the design's over on the wall over there. We'll follow that for the next few weeks. We determined there's some load bearing out of this wall right here, the way their old rafters were built. So we're going to keep some of this wall in the new design. We're going to have to add a beam from here down to that corner, about a 12-foot run, just to help support the roof. You hear a lot of stuff about, oh, the load-bearing wall. They're not that big a deal if you understand what to do. It's a pretty simple process. It should never, I guess, scare you away from adjusting the walls in the design that you want to do. This is the old furnace. It's still working today. It used to be an oil furnace, and now it's been converted to gas. This will be completely removed. It'll go out into the garage. No, actually, we're going to change our mind on that. We're going to put it in the attic. And we're going to have all of our ducts for the air supplies and returns are going to be up in the attic, out of the way of the floor. We got to this point on the floor, and we could feel the floor dip. So we weren't sure if we had some settling or there was some rot issues or just exactly what we had. So we cut a hole in the floor to find out what was going on. We found out there's an old foundation wall here, and this is when we discovered that the carport used to be right here, and this was an exterior. They actually just filled this in. When we opened this up, there was no insulation in the floor. And by the way, as you see the different walls going around, there was never any insulation in the walls either. So, new windows in here, new family room. Right in front of us here, right in our way, is the pull-down stairway to the attic. It's great, but it's going to have to come right down in the living room. So we're going to relocate this, maybe into the hallway, and maybe we can abandon it if we can find a new way to get to it from the attic of the garage. But the furnace will go up here. So that's our hope to do that. Well, that's our hope. We're going to figure out how to make it work. This is the old exterior wall. It was enclosed when they enclosed the carport several years ago. And then they added a second story to the garage. So we'll go upstairs for a minute and see what we're going to get into with that. This space, we'll have to take the drywall off the walls. This drywall has been on the floor, I guess, for 20 years. That'll come out of here too. We have a new design now for a great little bathroom, master bedroom, efficiency kitchen, and a living space. This is just a great little studio. At some point, we'll put a hole in the wall right here. This will be the new exit. We'll go outside of that landing we talked about on the exterior of the garage and come down. Then we can get rid of the stairway, give us more space, so it's have its own private entrance. There is a moment, if you look through this little hole in the attic, that's where the attic stairway, the pull down is. So we think we could possibly come up with a way to make a passageway right in here, support that floor, and we access the furnace from here. We don't even have to have the pull down stairway. So we're working on that one. There are some structural issues that we have to sort out with the garage to come up this high for weight. We've got some foundation modifications we're going to have to come up with. We're waiting for an engineer to review our design and make sure that he likes it and approve it, but we'll get to that pretty soon. In the meantime, we're just going to stay on the house. Let's come down to the bedroom. I'll show you what we're doing down here. The hallway is older and smaller. It's 36 inches wide. We're going to grab the whole right side wall, and that's going to move over 6 inches, so we now have a 42-inch hallway. That will give us excess of an ADA width hallway if we need it. 36 is the number, but it's too tight. We're going to widen that up. It'll just feel better. The plumbing crew is here today. They're taking out all of the old cast iron plumbing, just 100%, throw it out. Sink used to be here. Washer and dryer was in the kitchen. That's all gone. All the pipes underneath the crawl space are gone. When the furnace goes shortly, all of the ductwork in the ceiling, crawl space, everywhere, that's all gone. It's going to be replaced with all new materials. It's pretty old and pretty crusty. So the plumbers are taking this bathroom apart today. All these walls will come out. This room's going to get a lot bigger. And come on down here, we'll go to the next one, right behind you. This bathroom, we started demoing it today, and some rot in the wall we've just found. We're not sure how serious that'll be, but if we need to replace it, we will. All this will come out today. To access all the ducts for the heating system, the plumbing, we cut a second hole in the floor. This is going to be the future master bathroom, so all this hardwood will come out. We'll have a tub, sinks, toilet, and over here you're in the master bedroom now. So again, You can see the walls, no insulation. We took the old siding off on this one wall and you guys see daylight through the walls over here. A little chilly. The windows will all be replaced with new vinyl windows. The old aluminum windows are single pane. They have a U value that's probably not even measured when they were first made, so the metal's actually frozen to the touch on a day like today. These will come out, they're going to get bigger. All the windows are going to get bigger to get more light into the house. Gee whiz. That's what we're doing today.